Om Shanti.
अपने स्वरूप आत्मिक स्थिति का अनुभव करने के लिए
To experience soul
शरीर
consciousness,
आत्मा कहाँ है, कहाँ स्थान है,
where is the soul in the body? Where is it situated?
संकल्प से जाना जरूरी है.
It's very important to go with your
कई
thoughts over there. Many of them ask this question.
कई लोग ऐसा बताते हैं कि
Then
आत्मा
many
दिल
people say that the soul is in the heart.
वहाँ कमल दिखाते हैं, कमल पुष्प.
They show a lotus flower over there.
लेकिन तीसरा नेत्र
But the third eye,
वो भी भ्रुकुटी के बीच में दिखाते हैं.
they show that also in the center of the forehead. So forehead
जमीन,
means
clay,
the ground,
मिट्टी
clay,
और
mud that is there, or a small hut.
कुटी. तो
So
जैसे मैं
Bhrukuti, that is forehead.
संकल्प हमारा स्वरूप के अभ्यास के साथ जरूरी
So with this thought, it's very important to be an embodiment, that form.
जाते हैं.
It doesn't take time to go inside, and we
भ्रुकुटी में
reach our destination,
एक दूसरे
our
को भी जब
place, that is the forehead. When we look at each other, we look at each other's forehead.
जब तिलक लगाते हैं तो वो
When
भी
we
वही
apply
स्थान है.
tilak, that is
और
also the
बाबा
same
ने
place. And Baba,
भ्रुकुटी के लिए
for the forehead, he said,
नहीं जाओ, कमल आसन दे दिया.
so he gave us a lotus throne. This really, as many times as you can practice that I sit in the forehead on the throne of the lotus. That is very important. This is like a practice you should follow. Many times we ask, many of them say that when you give drishti, so what do you do when you're giving drishti? Brahma Baba used to tell us that don't look at anybody's eyes. So then I asked that, what is drishti? Baba said that every soul's vibrations are there, feelings are there, bhavnas are there, that can be reached by the drishti, by your eyes. Otherwise, among the family, the godly family that we have, towards everybody we have pure drishti, but some of them come in body consciousness sometimes. And if you take drishti from them, or if you give drishti to them, then you reach that those vibrations are reached. So in the center of the forehead, the star is shining. You have heard this. So look at the forehead. So automatically it will become a drishti. You practice that. Since Baba has told me,
नैनो में नहीं देखना हमको.
I don't look at anybody's eyes, Baba said.
चला है कि
now I even know that my relationship is only with the soul.
बन गई है देह को देखने की.
It becomes a habit sometimes to look at the body, that how is that person's face, what clothes they are wearing, how do they look like. Our attention goes towards the body. So this is a new type of experience in our life, which we say soul conscious drishti. Not only drishti, but it is called soul conscious drishti. And that also if we are in Baba's remembrance, and if we are looking at that soul in the center of the forehead, if we are looking at the soul, then with that drishti,
जिसको कहते हैं ना कि मोह नहीं हो सकता.
Then you cannot have attachment among each other. There won't be attraction.
क्योंकि आत्मा का जब आत्मा से,
because when the soul is looking at the soul, there is love. The love increases. So this soul we didn't know that a
था ये मेरा
spiritual
ये
love. We only had love in
है हमेशा
relationships. This is this
बेबहान का ही एक
relationship with
दूसरे
this
का
person.
परिचय है
We only had
और एक दूसरे
introduction of body
को
consciousness, and we had relationship with each
है
other. Now,
स्वरूपात्मा हूँ
when I say that I am a
तो एक
loveful
आत्मिक भाव
soul, then
आत्मिक
this
दृष्टि और
soul
आत्मिक स्नेह
conscious feeling, soulful
आत्मिक
drishti, and
सर्वोदय
soulful love.
क्योंकि ये
Always remember the
वो है
soulfulness,
वो भी संगम
because
युग
in
का
this
थोड़ा
confluence age,
ये
only
एक
in this
अभ्यास
short
है
period
हमारा
of confluence age, this is our
कि हम
practice,
कुटी के बीच में
that we,
आत्मा विराजमान है
the
मैं
soul that is situated in the
और
center of the
दूसरे
forehead,
तो वो मेरा
I, the soul, and
मेरा
others
एक
also.
केंद्र होता है
So that give and take of that
पहले
soulful
जब हम
love,
ज्ञान में
spiritual
आए
love
तो
is
जब
to be
जाते थे
remembered.
हमारे
When I
दादी
came in knowledge
ट्रांसफर होती
initially, our dadis were in the
जब हम
centers.
मुलाकात करते थे दृष्टि
So
से
when we used to meet them, we used to share
मुलाकात
drishti.
दृष्टि से होती थी
Our meeting was always with a
और 1-2
drishti,
मिनट वो दृष्टि की मुलाकात
and
के बाद
1 or 2
ओम शांति
minute meeting with the
तो जब
drishti. After that, we said
मुलाकात
Om
कर रहे हैं
Shanti. So
तो
when
आपको
we do the meeting of drishti,
जो मैं स्वरूप हूँ
then
प्रेम
the form of me,
दूसरे
the
को कैसे
loveful form. So
प्रेम
how am I looking at others? With
तो
love.
कितना एक सुंदर मिलन है
So this is such a beautiful meeting.
कितना इस प्रेम में सुख है
In this love, there is so
तो
much
बिल्कुल
happiness,
का भी ध्यान
joy.
करो
So you look at the
कमलासन
center
का
of the
भी ध्यान
forehead,
करो
you remember the center of the forehead, you remember the lotus throne, and then
तो कैसा लगेगा
you're seated on that.
कैसी
You can
भावना अपने
have that awareness. So how will
किस
you feel?
के प्रति
What kind
होगी
of bhavna you'll have, and
ये
what kind of
बुद्धि से
drishti
तो
you'll
नहीं
have
समझ
towards
में आता
everybody.
पर
We
ये अनुभव
understand with
करो
intellect, but we need to
दिन भर में
experience
जो
it
भी हमें
in the whole
जिस भी
day.
प्रकार का गुण स्वरूप रूप
Any
में
kind
लाना
of
है
virtue, if we want to bring it and
उसका
become an
अभ्यास
embodiment of it, when you practice
सवेरे
that
कला बहन
fully.
अमृत वेले पूरी
So
बात
in the
बताती है
morning, what Kalaban
देखो कुटी
says,
के
the
बीच
full thing,
चैतन्य
that in the
आत्मा
center of the forehead, the
चैतन्य
living
भी शब्द कहना
soul.
क्यों जरूरी है
It is very important to say
क्योंकि
the living soul,
शरीर जड़ है
because
मैं
the
चैतन्य
body is
हूँ
uh,
तो किससे हमारा
non-living, and
प्यार होगा
I am the
जड़
soul
से
I'm
तो नहीं
living.
होगा ना
So we won't be
एक
connected with the
चैतन्य शब्द जब कहते हैं
non-living. That is why it is
इसका
called the
मतलब है
living
कि एक जड़ है एक चैतन्य
soul. So
अब
that means
अविनाशी
one is non-living and one is living. When we say it is
तो शरीर
indestructible,
विनाशी है मैं अविनाशी
so
हूँ
the body is destructible and I, the
आत्मा
soul, am
अमर है
indestructible. When we say it is immortal,
कौन आत्मा
the
शरीर तो
soul
नहीं
is
है ना अमर
immortal.
शरीर
Body
तो
is not immortal.
समय आता है
Body is made out of elements.
तो टाइम
And
पूरा
when
होता
time
है
comes,
तो
it will
आत्मा शरीर
leave.
छोड़ देती है
And then the soul will
तो
leave the
एक एक
body.
शब्द जो है ना
So each and every
उसका
word,
जब हम अनुभव करेंगे
when we experience each and every
तो
word,
उसकी न केवल शक्ति आएगी परंतु
then it is not only
सब
you'll
कुछ रियल
receive
लगेगा
the powers, but you will feel
नहीं
everything
तो
in
बहुत
real.
हो जाते हैं पर सब कुछ बुद्धि में है
Because many years it happens where
परंतु
it is everything is in the
प्रैक्टिकल
intellect
वो
since many
सच्ची
years.
लगे रियल
But
लगे
in the
उसकी
practical
पावर
life, when you feel that it is real, we should experience
मुझे
the
तो बहुत
power.
अनुभव है जब शुरू में
That is
सेवा के
important.
लिए जाते थे
Initially, when I used
तो
to go for
आत्मिक
service,
दृष्टि उस समय तो
then
मालूम था बहुत
soulful
जरूरी है
drishti was very
तो कई
important,
बार ऐसी परिस्थिति
and
में
soul
मैं थी
conscious
अकेली
drishti.
थी
So
और
sometimes I was alone,
बहुत ही देह अभिमान का
and
वातावरण
I was
में थी
surrounded by very body
तो मैं
consciousness
देखती नहीं थी
uh,
पर अंदर में संकल्प
environment.
करती थी
But I would never look
वह
at
भी
it, but I used
आत्मा
to
है
create a
वो भी
thought
बाबा
that
की
they are also
मूर्ति है
souls.
वो भी
They are Baba's
शांति स्वरूप है
children.
ऐसे मैं
They
संकल्प
are
करते करते
also uh,
तो मैंने
very
देखा कि
peaceful.
एकदम
And such
ऐसी ऐसी
thoughts, when I used to
आत्माएं ऐसे ऐसे
create,
मनुष्य थे आसपास
and then such people were
उन
there,
तक भी
such
वो
souls were
भावना
there,
पहुंचती है
they would
तो
receive that
हमको
bhavna, they would
कोई भी कुछ
receive
कर
those
नहीं सकता नुकसान नहीं कर
feelings.
सकता है
Then nobody can hurt
किसी
us.
की हिम्मत नहीं हो सकती है
Nobody
कि
will have
हमारे
the
नष्ट
courage
दिखाए
to come
क्योंकि हम
closer to
जो
us,
संकल्प करते हैं उसकी
because
वाइब्रेशन
whatever thoughts you
और
create, those
वाइब्रेशन
are the
की एक
vibrations
करंट है
created, and vibrations have a current.
तो वो जैसे नजदीक भी कोई आना चाहेगा
So if
तो
anybody
बहुत
wants to come closer also, they will
ऐसी करंट आएगी कि वो
be
संकल्प
affected by a
नहीं
current.
कर सकेगा
the current will, they'll receive such a current that they won't even
उनकी
create a
भावना
thought,
बदल जाएगी,
a negative thought.
आत्मिक भावना
Basically
तो नहीं आएगी
their
क्योंकि
bhavnas
उनको
will
ज्ञान
change.
नहीं
They
है।
won't have a soul conscious
सर्वोच्च
bhavna,
भावना होगी
but they will have
ये
such
हमारी
bhavna,
बहन
such
है,
feelings that this is,
ये
she's my
हमारी
sister
माता जी है।
or she's my mother.
ऐसे कई बार कईयों ने हमको अनुभव सुनाया, न्यूयॉर्क में भी,
Many
बिजनेस में
people
भी,
told me this kind of
शॉप पर होते
experiences in
हैं,
New York. In
कोई ऐसे
business they
लोग
are
भी आ
there, in
जाते
shop
हैं
they are there.
जो
Sometimes such
नुकसान
kind of people
करते हैं।
come, those who might
तो एक
create
भाई ने अनुभव
issues
सुनाया कि
or
उनको ऐसा
uh,
फील हुआ, तीन
make
चार
a
लोग
loss
आए,
for us.
उसका ज्वेलरी
So
का
one
दुकान है,
person said that they had a jewelry shop and
ये मैं
three, four people came.
एकदम अंदर में
So first she
आत्मिक
said that
स्थिति, ये भी
I
आत्माएं हैं,
stayed in soul
रूप
conscious stage,
से
that these are
करके
also souls and
अंदर
I
में
am also
बैठे
soul. And this
जिसको
is how
उच्चारण करना कहे या संकल्प लाने
that
शुरू कर
such
दिए,
thoughts she created.
और फिर अपनी सेफ्टी के लिए तो वो साधन
And
रखते
for
हैं,
own safety
पर
they
उसने
have
सोचा कि मैं वो
some
साधन
means.
अपनाने से मैं पहले
So she said
आत्मिक
that
दृष्टि
before
का प्रयोग करूं।
applying, using that
और जिस
means,
हिसाब से आए थे,
I should use soul conscious
तो जैसे
drishti.
वो इधर-उधर
So for
घूमे तो
whatever
उनका
reason they
मन
had
बदल
come,
गया,
they just went around and
चले
then
गए।
their mind changed and they left.
तो हमको वर्तमान समय
So in the present
हर
time,
प्रकार की सेफ्टी,
we have
चाहे
to
वो
have, we
बेईमानी
have to see that
में
every kind of safety we are under.
या
Maybe it is
आपदा है,
some kind of body conscious or any kind of
उसमें ये
natural
आत्मिक स्थिति का
calamities
अभ्यास,
or any kind of
प्रकृति भी
violence, we should be
कोई भी
protected
चीजें,
from it. So
कई
sometimes,
उदाहरण
even in
हमने सुने
nature
गुजरात
also,
में इधर-उधर
sometimes
जब बाढ़ आई,
in Gujarat we heard when
तो पानी
floods
भी रुक
came,
गया,
so
बट
natural
बाबा के घर
calamities
तक
came.
नहीं गया।
So till Baba's house the
अगर
water never came. It was
किसी
not
को
flooded.
भाई बहन को कोई
Even if
नुकसान नहीं
water
हुआ,
came, nobody
तो हर
was
प्रकार की
hurt
सेफ्टी,
or harmed. So every
सेफ्टी
kind
है
of
और सेवा भी
safety
है।
is there in soul
इसलिए
consciousness,
हम कहते हैं
and
जो
it is
कुछ हम
service
स्वयं के
also.
लिए करते
So
हैं,
that is why whatever we say, that
तो
whatever
ये
we do for
क्योंकि
ourselves,
प्रकृति को
there
भी
is
तो वो
service in that,
वाइब्रेशंस मिली ना।
because the nature also receives those kind of
ये कहानी
vibrations.
सुनाते हैं ना श्री कृष्ण जी की,
They say this story about Sri
कि
Krishna,
उसके फादर
that his father
उसको ले जा रहे थे, नदी से पार कर रहे थे,
came to take him and was
तो
crossing
नदी
the
की
river.
लहरें श्री कृष्ण के
So
पैर छूना चाहती थी,
the river
तो
wanted
वो
to touch
बहुत
the
ऊंची
feet of
ऊंची
Krishna,
ऊंची ऊंची लहरें
and
हो
they
रही थी,
were, the
तो वो
waves were
ऑलमोस्ट
going
जैसे
higher and
डूबने
higher,
जैसा,
and it was like
डूबा
he
तो
would be
नहीं होगा
drowned,
क्योंकि
but
वो
he never
लहरें
drowned. But those
श्री कृष्ण
waves
के पैर छुएंगे तो पावन हो
wanted to
जाएंगी,
touch the
इसलिए
feet
बहुत
of
ऊंची
Krishna, then
ऊंची
they'll
लहरें
become
हो रही।
pure. So the waves were going higher and higher.
तो इसलिए पवित्रता भी कोई साधारण
So
बात नहीं
that
है।
is why purity is not an ordinary thing.
प्रेम स्वरूप आत्मिक भावना कोई साधारण बात नहीं है,
Being in soul conscious stage,
पर
being
हमको हर
loveful
प्रकार से
consciousness is not an ordinary thing, but in
न
every
केवल
way.
शुद्धम पावन बनते हैं,
It's not that we are only
लेकिन
becoming pure
प्रकृति भी की
ourselves,
होती
but
है
that
और
we are
आत्माओं की भी
serving the
होती है।
nature also
तो
and
ये
the
जो हम
souls also.
अभ्यास कर रहे हैं इस मास
So
में
the practice that we are doing in
आत्मिक
this month
स्थिति, आत्मिक
of
स्मृति
soul
का,
conscious stage,
ये
of
हमारी
soul
फाउंडेशन,
conscious awareness, this
ये
is our
हमारी अंतिम
foundation.
स्थिति भी है।
This is our
बाबा कहते हैं ना बच्चे
last
बहुत
stage also.
परिस्थिति आएंगी,
Baba says,
प्रकृति भी
children,
सभी
many
तत्व
situations will come.
मनुष्य आत्माओं
All
में
the
भी
elements of the nature
जब
also
प्राप्ति नहीं होती है,
will give us
इच्छाएं
situations
बढ़ती हैं,
when
तो
our
हिंसक
attainments are not
वृत्तियां बढ़ जाती हैं,
completed,
लोभ बढ़ता
and
है,
when people's desires are
हर
not
प्रकार से
completed, then they
हिंसक
become
वृत्ति बढ़ती
violent. Every way their attitude will be
और तो
violent.
विजयी रतन है
But
और
we
सेवा
are
के निमित्त है।
victorious jewels, and we
ये
are
हमेशा
serving.
मैं
We are
तो सेवा
instruments for
करता हूँ।
service. That always remember
तो
that I am an
स्वयं की जब
instrument for
आत्मिक
serving.
स्थिति का ध्यान है
So
और
when
सेवा
we
के
pay
निमित्त हूँ,
attention on ourselves, that I'm soul conscious stage and I
तो
am
हर
an
प्रकार
instrument for
से
service,
बाबा
then
की
in
तरफ से
every
तो
way
रक्षा होती है,
from Baba will protect you in every
परंतु
way,
खुद को भी
but
बहुत ही जिसको
you
कहते हैं
yourself
निडर हैं, विजयी हैं,
will feel that I am
ये
fearless
संकल्प
and I am
हमको
victorious.
रहेगा
So this
और
thought,
बार-बार लाना भी है।
this determined
तो
thought we'll
इस
always have,
अभ्यास
and we
को
have to
इस
bring this
मास
determined thought again and again.
हमको
So
बहुत
this
गंभीरता से
practice
लेना है
in
और
this month,
पूर्वक
we
करो,
have to follow it seriously and
क्योंकि
follow it in a
विधि से
proper
सिद्धि
way, in
होती है
a
ना।
methodical way.
तो विधि
With
क्या
that
है?
only we'll have
पूरी तरह
attainments.
से भ्रिकुटी में
So
बैठो,
So,
कमल
and
आसन पे
properly
बैठो,
sit in the center of the forehead, sit
आत्मिक
properly
स्थिति
on
हुई,
the
फिर
lotus
उसके
throne.
बाद
when you're soul
स्वरूप है
conscious
उसको धारण करो।
stage, and
मैं
then
भृकुटी में
you
प्रेम स्वरूप
form,
आत्मा,
they become the embodiment that I,
कमल
sitting
पर
in the
प्रेम
center of the
स्वरूप
forehead,
आत्मा।
I am sitting on the
पूरा विधि
lotus
पूर्वक
throne, I am
अगर
the
आप दिन भर
loveful
अभ्यास करेंगे
embodiment of love.
तो ये अच्छा
So
चांस
whole
है
day when you practice it,
फाउंडेशन को पक्का करने का,
that when you make, this is a
अंतिम
good
स्थिति
practice to
को
make your
में
foundation
जो
firm.
सेवा के निमित्त
And
बनना है
this last stage
उसकी
that I
पूरी
have to become
तैयारी
an
है।
instrument of serving, it
ओम
is like you're
शांति।
preparing for that, for your last stage. Om Shanti.